Hello and welcome to another vacuum cleaner demonstration and review. Today I'm going to be looking at the Wellco CV16 tub vacuum cleaner that was kindly supplied to me by Connect Distribution. Now this is a very similar machine to the Numatic Henry. In fact, it takes Henry bags, and if you've got any Henry cleaning tools they will fit this machine. It's a little bit different to Henry. It doesn't have the cord rewind, but it is certainly lighter than a Henry. Anyway, during the course of this video I'm going to be testing it out on carpets and hard floors, see how far this hose will reach up a standard flight of stairs, and I'll give you a guided tour of the machine. And that's what I'm going to do straight away, show you around the machine, show you what tools you get in the box. These are the cleaning tools you get supplied with the Wellco CV16 vacuum cleaner. A standard carpet and floor nozzle with a retractable brush at the front and the back, so brush down for hard floors, brushes up for carpets. You've also got litter pickers either side of the wide suction channel to help deal with more difficult litter like pet hair and clinging threads and fibres. You've got two little wheels at the front and two larger wheels at the back. You also get a crevice tool to get into those nooks and crannies down the sides of your chairs, in your car, in between your car seats, all those areas that are hard to reach. You also get a nice soft dusting brush. That's ideal for doing your dusting, cleaning your Venetian blinds and your light fittings. You also get this all-purpose nozzle that's got a brush that can be removed, so that's ideal for doing your upholstery and your stairs, etc. You get the curved piece of the wand. This also comes complete with a little caddy, so you can store the three small tools on board the machine, so you're not looking for them all over the place. And you've also got a suction control valve on the side as well. This is the metal telescopic tube, so you can adjust it to quite a long length. So it's quite useful for cleaning high and low, and you can also adjust it to suit the height of the person doing the vacuuming. And finally, you get a very long hose with a swivel end on the cleaner end, and also it swivels on the handle end as well. This is the cleaner itself. It's very manoeuvrable with four swivel casters on the base. You've got a large on-off switch at the front, a built-in carry handle. You've also got storage for the flex. You just loop the flex around this big hook here, and there's also a little Velcro strap that keeps all the cord together. To access the bin you've got two catches either side, so you just release those and the motor unit lifts off. Underneath the motor unit you've got a washable foam filter that's easy to remove. This is your secondary filter above the dust bag, and inside the bin you've got a very large fibre flow dust bag, or filter flow as it's called. Now this is suitable, actually will fit any pneumatic models, but if you've got some pneumatic dust bags they will fit this machine as well. These are the bags that were supplied with this Wellco, bag code number 309 if you need to reorder these bags. But as I say, you can use Henry bags in this if you want to. Very similar material to a Henry bag, very strong and robust, even has a very similar collar. You've also got the little flap that you can hold over the opening when you're disposing of the dirt. And there we have the bin. Obviously it's best to always use a bag in a machine like this. The bag just simply pushes on, pop the filter back in, and the motor unit fits back on the top. Make sure you line it up with the two clips, and then you can secure it either side like that. Okay then, I've put down rather a lot of mess today because this Wellco has a large capacity, so I thought it would be able to cope with a large quantity of dirt. So on this carpet there's all sorts of mess, lots of bits of paper, there's rice, there's flour, there's bits of hairs, there's fibres from a rug, there's all sorts of mess. So in time-honoured tradition we'll pass the nozzle forward and back through the middle Just 2 passes, one forward, one back, and we'll see how well it does. And then I'll attempt to remove the rest of the dirt. Now, I don't know what it is with this cleaner. It does seem to, when you're pulling the head back, it does seem to judder. I'm not sure if that picked up on camera, but as I was just normally pulling it back, it was going like that. But maybe that was helping to agitate the carpet a bit. Now, it's not done too bad on all the surface dirt. It's obviously pulled some of these larger bits. I mean, they are rather big clumps. It sort of pulled them along. But, you know, it's done quite a good job. Let's go forward and back a few more times to the middle, see if we can get rid of those bigger bits. Now, I don't know if it's the carpet or it's the nozzle, but I've not had a nozzle that's done that before. It tends to judder quite a lot. Now, if I was to put some pressure down, it might be okay. It's doing a pretty reasonable job, as you can see. Pretty impressed with that. It's not a complete clean sweep, but it's not bad at all. Anyway, I might as well try and clean up the rest of this. Now, what's happened is it's lost quite a lot of suction. I found this before actually. It can't really cope with a lot of dirt in one go. Of course, I've done an extreme example, and in normal use you wouldn't get such a dramatic loss of suction. I'm not sure if it's the bags, because the bags are considerably smaller than the bags you can get from pneumatic. So maybe the performance will be improved with a pneumatic bag. In fact, I might do that. Try a pneumatic bag inside. It's quite full. In fact, all the dirt that I spread on the carpet actually came out of this machine initially, because I've been using it to clean up my other vacuum cleaners after several demonstrations, so I could keep all the dirt together. So it has picked everything up. It's just very difficult when it's picking up a lot at the same time. It's got the bulk of it, but I think if I was to pop a new bag in, I should be able to clean up the rest. Okay, so I've got a genuine pneumatic bag that will fit this cleaner, and you can see now that it is a lot bigger than the Wellco one. I'd say it's about a third big again. Let's move it where you can see it, there we go. So I think we'll get all the rest of this dirt up if I put this bag in. Had I started the demo with a larger bag in, I probably wouldn't have stopped it. So that's a little bit of a downfall with this machine. But of course you can use the bigger pneumatic bags, which will improve matters, I think. So now we should be back to 100% suction. As I said, it's an extreme example. During normal use, domestic or commercial, you're not going to be picking up this sort of dirt, but I just wanted to see how well it did on an extreme test. Okay, let's remove the rest of the dirt on my carpet. Well, it's more or less cleaned up everything, but it does have one major fault, is this cleaning head. Now, this isn't the head that was actually illustrated on the box, and perhaps that head would have done better. This one, it might be just my carpets, I'm not sure, but it tends to skip. So anyway, despite the nozzle skipping on the carpet, it has actually picked everything up. So for performance, it's pretty impressive. Obviously that's an area where I haven't done, but this is the area where I have cleaned with the Wellco, and I can't see anything that it's left. It took a bit of going over the carpet a few times, and obviously I had to change the bag because it got rather full, but using a larger pneumatic bag has really made a difference. So I would suggest that Wellco maybe look at introducing some bigger bags for this machine, because I think that would improve matters no end. I'm also not keen on the carpet and floor nozzle. On my carpets it seems very lightweight. It's okay when you push it forward, but when you're pulling it back, unless you go very, very slowly, it does tend to sort of skip across the pile a bit. So anyway, it still picked everything up, so it's not bad at all. Okay, let's see if it does any better on hard floors. I don't think I'll have the problem with the skipping of the nozzle, but I'm going to put down some fine particles and some large particles on a hard floor, and we'll see if this Wellco will pick it up. Okay then, so I've spread some flour and rolled oats on a hard floor, and I'm going to see how well this Wellco CV16 picks up the dirt. Again, I'm going to pass the nozzle forward and back through the middle. And this time I've got the carpet and floor nozzle on its hard floor setting, i.e. with the brushes down. Not too bad, obviously, with just 2 passes it has missed a few bits. And it's also, I'm afraid, snow ploughed a lot of the larger debris at the front of the nozzle. So obviously snow ploughing is a problem with many vacuum cleaners that have a brush at the front of the nozzle. There's not many cleaners I've used that don't snow plough. So, you know, it's done okay. I will be able to clean everything else up. I'll just use the machine normally and remove the rest of the dirt. I've now got the Wellco CV16 at the foot of my stairs, so let's see how many steps we can clean safely with the machine at the bottom. So I'm more than halfway up my stairs, and I can confirm that you can easily clean up to 9 steps using this Wellco. Obviously, to clean the rest of the stairs, I'm either going to have to put the machine safely at the top, making sure I can't pull it down on top of me, or because it is fairly light, I can actually carry it with me. So I will be able to clean right to the top of my stairs. Well, that's just about the end of my review and demonstration of the Wellco CV16 tub vacuum cleaner. Pros and cons. Well, it has an extra long 10-metre cable and a very long hose, which means you can clean around your home without having to constantly unplug and replug. It's also relatively lightweight for a machine of this type, And the 4 casters mean it's highly manoeuvrable, and it seems fairly stable as well. I don't think this will topple over in use. It's also relatively quiet, a little bit noisier than some, but certainly quieter than many vacuum cleaners. It comes with a good selection of cleaning tools and a metal telescopic tube. What I don't like about the machine, as you saw in the demo, is the supplied carpet and floor nozzle. It didn't really perform very well on my carpet. Although, saying that, it did perform well, it just, as you saw, skipped a lot as I was pulling it back, and it just didn't really seem to grip the carpet like some nozzles. So if it was supplied with a better nozzle, I probably would recommend it. Also, the bags that you get for the Wellco are a lot smaller than pneumatic bags, so use pneumatic bags in it and you'll improve matters as well. Plus the fact that it takes standard 32mm cleaning tools. Any tools you've got hanging around your house that fit 32mm tubes can be used with this machine. So if you have a better carpet and floor nozzle, by all means you can use it with this Wellco. So that's the end of my review and demonstration. Thanks to Connect Distribution for supplying me this machine to have a look at. Search online for suppliers and stockists. You can mainly get this from independent stores or commercial environments, but just a quick search of Google, you should be able to find the best place to buy this Wellco if you want one. So until the next time, thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you soon.